Here we are, hitting up events, drinking our way through Chicago beer, and trying not to miss a thing.
Yeah, because, got a cork popped out, boom, it flies like fucking 10 feet. We're like, yeah, let's do it.
All you have to do is add some fruit, stir it up, and ride that milk-shaped wave.
Whenever I see him, I gotta take a photo with the most decorated brewer in Chicago, Jonathan Cutler.
It'll be like the stuff you hear. Every time you go to Floyd's, all the music sounds like this. Raw, raw, raw.
Sometimes you want a small beer, but really, you want a big beer.
You gotta take in all those big aromatic hops.
Hey, what are you doing this weekend? Waiting in line for a bottle release?
You should have never been a fad. The black IPA is delicious.
Hey, and welcome to Chicago Beer Pass. I'm Brad Chmielewski.
Brad, what's up, man? I'm Nik White.
We got a little Sunday night action. I don't even know. Thanksgiving week, we're all off.
It's gonna be Q1 in no time. You look up, it'll be 2024. Yeah.
Stout season will be behind us. Yeah.
Probably for the best, Brad.
Yeah, but we are holding on to summer with these warm weathers, and as a result, I picked up this pilsner from Horse Thief Hollow.
Yeah, man. This is Little Wing. It's refreshing and crisp, modern yet traditional. Fly on Little Wing.
Yeah, I picked this up for two reasons. One, I didn't know Horse Thief Hollow even packaged beer.
Same.
I guess three things. I also know it's good because it's a GABF winner. And then Horse Thief Hollow was one of these breweries I didn't make it to this year.
No.
I didn't make it to any of those on the south side over there.
Beverly. So there's two. There's
Open Outcry.
Horse Thief Hollow and Open Outcry.
Right.
No. Yeah, Open Outcry.
Yeah.
Those two. They're like maybe a block or two apart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I didn't make it to either one of those this year, and it's slightly disappointing. So I was like, I need to grab these cans and at least represent for these guys.
I saw Deb Turner at Open Outcry when I went.
Okay.
That was
really?
nice. I hadn't seen her in a long time. Yeah.
Well, but this beer is delicious. It deserves more awards than it currently has.
More awards. Yeah, it's a timeless lager, Brad. It celebrates pioneering spirit. Mm-hmm. The only Little Wing I know, there's a Jimi Hendrix song called Little Wing. Other than that, I have no idea what Little Wing's about.
Yeah, I don't know. I know there's an indie band called Little Wings.
Okay.
And you were noticing the artwork.
Yeah. Looks like there's a little pixie, and the pixie's in a field of daisies, dandelions,
right.
Sunflowers. Yeah, and then in very small print at the bottom, it says artwork by Studio Malt. And I'm like, hey,
right,
I know those guys.
Some of the Hop Review guys.
Yeah, I think it's Hop Review and maybe,
what's his name?
What's our guy? Matt Tanaka.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's those guys.
Right.
It's either one of those guys.
Right.
For sure. Right. But we're confusing them because they shared a workspace at one point. Mm-hmm. It was like this collective, and there were two different groups in there. So.
Yeah.
We went there one year for it was end of
Christmas beer tasting.
Yeah. So
Sounds good. But yeah, we're going to sip on this, enjoy our little Sunday episode. And I got a lot of places to talk about. We got a bunch of news. Let's start with around town. Let's start with you. You were at Half Acre for some of the stouts that have been out.
Yeah, Benthic. It's Benthic season, so Benthic dropped this year. And they casually had the release on Ozonar, and then you could go drink them all on draft at the same day that the Ozonar release was.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So Benthic, I actually probably get more excited about Benthic than I do Catch Hell or Orin or Hugs. I think Benthic's the one I probably think out of their big.
That's the one you'd rather have.
The big dark beers, I think that's my preference, right? That just that flavor profile. Yeah.
I like Big Hugs though, but
yeah.
Even we went last year, which was it like around this time?
Benthic's usually early to mid-November.
But then Big Hugs, we went there on Big Hugs Day, and there was like a Christmas market there. So sometime in the next 3 weeks is going to be a Big Hugs release.
Yeah.
Because we went there, had a coffee and a Big Hugs, and went Christmas shopping in the little market.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. So there were 4 variants of Big Hugs this year. One was hazelnut.
Benthic.
Oh yeah, sorry, Benthic. Hazelnut chocolate Benthic, OG Benthic, and OG Benthic is a coconut coffee stout.
Okay.
Coconut coffee barrel aged stout
Nice.
with dark matter coffee. So there's chocolate hazelnut, there's OG, there's 2x4, which is twice the coconut, twice the coffee.
Oh, okay.
So like basically a double Benthic.
That sounds good.
And then there's a immortal Benthic, which instead of like it's extended aging, so it's 36 months instead of like the usual 12 months in a bourbon barrel. So yeah, you get the flight and you can buy Benthic coffee. So
Okay. What'd you think? Stand out? What's your favorite?
I was out on the chocolate hazelnut one, just because you know that there's a chocolate candy that has it's like hazelnut. It's Ferrero Rocher or something like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So when I think hazelnut, I kind of think that flavor, and I'm knocking stuff over because I'm getting upset about this beer. So I was kind of out on that one. The best one is 2x4.
That sounds the best.
The best one is 2x4. OG's pouring good. Vanilla was another one.
Oh.
So I forgot. How could I forget about vanilla? Yeah. So didn't really list what kind of vanilla beans there were. Now we're fucking vanilla connoisseurs.
Yeah.
But I think with Half Acre, I love these beers except for the chocolate hazelnut, only because I was expecting the expression to taste a lot like it, because when they say coconut and coffee, it tastes like it in a major way. So, I think crews like Phase 3 and crews like Microphone, right? I think they've kind of figured out those types of flavors a little bit more. So outside of that one, I thought the rest were really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I know sometimes they linger around for the whole month or so.
Well,
Like
it's a pretty, I wouldn't say stiff, but it's a pretty hefty. I think it breaks out to like somewhere between like 14 a can or something like that.
But I'm thinking on draft, so if anyone's trying to go there, I feel like regular Benthic is on for a while.
Yeah.
So if you missed out or just want to go there and try something, you probably can.
Yeah. So.
Nice. You picked up the 4-pack then?
Yeah. So yeah, got some Benthic in the fridge.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. I had a sister-in-law in town and her husband, and we went all over the place. Let's see. We were downtown for the Kris Kringle Market because it opened this weekend. The little, which I didn't have enough German Christmas market stuff when I was there. So
Oh, it wasn't Christmas yet.
Yeah, it wasn't Christmas. So we're.
Did they do Christmas over there?
Yeah, they do all those markets. That's what they look like.
Oh, okay.
And so we had some glug or glue wine. But then we walked over to Adams Street.
Yeah. Berghoff.
Yeah, which, Adams Street's fine. It was packed because the Christmas tree lighting was happening. And there was just so many people down there. So it was busy.
Mm-hmm.
We got a pretzel, a couple beers there. Yeah, not too bad. Nothing like amazing, but it's kind of a nice spot when you're in a pinch downtown.
Well, it's like the only brewery in the Loop proper, right? Because those other neighborhoods are not the Loop.
Yeah.
That there's other breweries in downtown, but not in the Loop neighborhood.
Right. And then we ended up jumping on the train, coming back this way, and getting some food and some cider at Eris.
Oh, cheers to them! They won the USA Today People's Choice for Best Brew Pub.
Nice, yeah. They had beer on because that last time I was there, I think it's been a year, they had no beer. They only had cider.
Eris Cider and Brewery. It was just Eris Cidery that day.
Cider, yeah.
Okay.
And I ended up having one of the blends with their pilsner and pepper jam cider. So it was a strawberry jam cider with hot peppers.
So this is kind of playing in the Shandy lane, Radler lane, right?
Yeah.
Essentially.
And I don't know anyone else who does those blends, so that's why I kind of like having them when I go there. I'm like, oh, yeah.
How did it come off? You had it.
It was a good ratio because the spiciness of the pepper jam was maybe a little too much because I'm not a huge spicy beer fan, I guess. So that was like, that was just the right amount of spice with the Pilsner. So that was good.
Okay.
That was Friday night. And then Saturday was our big ride. We did Metropolitan. Cheers to them. 15 years. Officially closing now, right?
Yeah.
What's the date on it? December
15?
15, something like that.
Yeah.
So you have less than a month to go to Metropolitan. And it was busy there. Tracy was also working behind the counter. She was pouring Malort shots. She asked if we wanted in on them. I was like, no, I do not need that at like noon.
My Lord.
So it was I don't know. It's like kind of sad, and then somewhat surprising, and then also not surprising that Metro is closing, right? Like if you go to the space, you're like, how is this place closing? It's always busy.
Yeah.
But I just don't think anyone's buying this beer at home anymore. And that space is huge for producing beer to go out, not just beer to serve there.
Yeah. You know, I subleased a place, a condo on near Kedzie and Montrose, not too far from where the old Twist Hippo was.
Okay.
And I just decided, just quit paying rent. And they decided to change the locks on me.
Okay.
And unfortunately, this kind of thing happens. That's just how that kind of thing works. It's sad. So.
Right. I think the Metro announcement said they have no plans to revitalize Metro. This is done. There's no hope. There's no glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel that Metro could reopen in a smaller space or a different location. I think they're just ready to, hang up their hat.
Glimmer's a good word.
Yeah.
I like glimmer. I don't use that word a lot.
I don't know what Doug is going to do. Do you think someone like Doug, who's now been this head brewer, owner of this for 15 years, just goes and works at another brewery? Or do you think he's also just done?
These are fair questions. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at all if they just did this whole thing on a smaller scale under a different name. That wouldn't surprise me at all.
Oh.
Yeah, and just kind of shed this and did it somewhere else. That wouldn't surprise me one bit.
Okay, maybe.
They make good beer, and that beer wasn't a problem. So it wouldn't surprise me if we saw them again in a different way.
The beer wasn't the problem, but it also was the problem, right? If no one's buying it at home, there is a problem there, right? Like, pick up cans of Odom all day long.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to pick up a case of Flywheel.
Yeah. Well, not because it's bad, though.
Right, just because I don't want that much Flywheel, right?
Yeah.
So, it's tough. But I did love that, it's one of the only breweries left that was doing 12-ounce cans.
Yeah, who else does 12-ounce cans?
Temperance does in the basement party.
Benthic's 12-ounce cans, but not all their stuff's 12-ounce cans.
Yeah, but that's, Deepwood's 12-ounce cans, but that's like, I'm talking about like a 12-ounce can that you could just like crush a beer and like be good.
Yeah.
Like sometimes.
A lot of people go to 16, even
Yeah.
in the Oktoberfest, sometimes 16. Which,
Right.
I don't know. I actually like 12 over 16, but commitment issues. I don't want. Sometimes I want 16.
So that's it. Are you gonna try to make it to Metro one more time?
I went Friday,
You went Friday, okay.
and I had the Arc Welder, which is a Dunkel Rye.
How'd that? Was good.
Man, a pint of that, or actually a proper mug of that,
Yeah.
at the bar on a Friday night. It was pretty chill.
But do you also feel like after I forget how long that space has been there, but you've had all the Metro's beers so many times. Like I go and look at the menu and I like almost want to see something new. Like when the Sepp stuff came out, I was like, oh, it's new beer from Metro. So you go there and you're like, I had all of these. Which one am I here to drink again?
Yeah, that's why I was excited about that Dunkel Rye, because it's a dark beer, it's a little heavier, and I see Schwartz beers on, and I don't think I've had everything in their catalog. I do appreciate the seasonality of their lagers.
Sure.
Like everything they make is not available all 12 months.
Right.
They do have, they have a seasonal spectrum, so I do dig that. And then they had that coffee program, which I was a fan of.
Right, but they always had the one that we didn't want. They always had Woke as Hell.
Woke as Hellas, which is a lager. They're all
Not as
lagers.
good
It
as-
was the Hellas lager. What
Not
was
as
the
good as
one that?
Jitterator.
Yeah, what was Jitterator? Because that was better. You're right about that.
And I was like, why don't you do that one?
What it was Jitterator?
I forget.
Yeah, But yeah, the Dunkel Rye was nice.
Yeah, that was good.
You know. Yeah, so I was at Goose, Clybourne, and then I went to Metro in the same night.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, damn.
Both closing spots. You're
Yeah,
like,
I was like, oldest brew pub in town is closing and moving, but still closing.
yeah.
And then, a lot of people, if it's not the best tap room, it's in a lot of people's top 3 for tap rooms in Chicago proper. It's also closing. I was like, man, the landscape's changing around here.
Right. I guess I do need to try to get to Goose maybe one more time. But then again, I don't know. It's more of like just being like, oh, yeah, this is a space one more time than like, not that I want those beers and the food's fine.
Yeah. And I think the true magic of Goose Clybourne was before the renovation in 2017 or whatever.
Yeah, when there's pool tables up there.
There was the loft, which it seats up there that led to the Carl Strauss room, the big party room. And then you can go downstairs into the cellar where there was other seats and the big warm oak bar. That was the sweet spot for Clybourne. So when I'm there now, I'm like, well, this isn't the spot that like tugs at my heartstrings.
Right.
This is the big sterile space that they decided to create a brewery that was like, I don't know, twice the size of the old one.
Yeah.
And good for the brewers, right? Because it's probably more creature comforts, probably a better system. But as far as I was going to say user experience, but as far as a customer experience goes,
You didn't really care.
the old place was the shit.
Right.
But if you want that place, you can always go to Clybourne. And you can always go to
Fulton?
the Barrel Warehouse has the old bar.
Yeah, but no one can go there.
I wouldn't say no one. Well, it's not open to the public.
Right.
Yeah, but it's there. Yeah.
So, from Metro then, we ended up, we were on bikes and scooters, went over to Burning Bush.
I think of, you remember that play, The Vagina Monologues?
Okay.
Every time I hear Burning Bush Brewery, I think of The Vagina Monologues, and I don't know why.
Okay.
But
Burning Bush, they had like a Christmas beer on. I tried that. I wasn't like, it was like overly spiced.
yeah.
They had their golden on, which is their golden's good. At both these places, at Metro and Burning Bush, there was a huge group of people having a baby shower. So they're drinking and, in the space, but it is funny to see these spaces being used for baby showers constantly.
Mama's got a drink.
Ended up we had Easy Street Pizza delivered, and then we also ordered one of their pizzas there. They have masa.
They have pizza at,
Yeah, they have masa or mesa.
what's that?
I think they're like next door, but they're frozen Detroit style pizzas that I think they're popping in like a toaster oven.
Oh, so you had 2 different pizzas?
Yeah.
Easy Street's not bad.
It's just not bad. It's
I
like
sit on the patio and get some wine and some fucking chicken poppers and a small pizza and fucking chill out at Easy Street.
not my favorite like tavern style pizza, but it's good.
It's good. It's a one of the better nearby options.
Yeah.
But how was the toaster oven thing?
It's fine.
Better than Easy Street?
No.
Okay.
Different, but not better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know they were doing that.
Yeah. So had one beer there and a pizza, and yeah, it was good. The golden ale, raspberry was on. Yeah, just kind of like a good little afternoon there with the bike ride.
What about the Spruce Tips beer? They doing that?
That's there, and that sucks. I don't know why they keep bringing that back.
Brad.
You want spruce in your beer? Nobody wants. You know what? This beer needs spruce. I wish it tasted more like Pledge.
There's a story.
Please.
There's a story behind why they fuck with the Spruce. I think they like, I forget it. But this is why you write shit down. So, but I forget. But there is.
Oh, for Burning Bush?
Yeah, there's a reason why they have like friends that like have a bunch of Spruce or some shit.
Because no one wants it. Like, we're stuck with all the spruce. What are you going to do with it? We'll give you a good deal.
Jeez.
And then we, where did we end up then? Around town, we ended up at Off Color.
The Mousetrap.
Yeah.
Mousetrap's good. You know what's not open is the original place. Because the one
you
time I
tried to
went
go.
to fucking Pipeworks, I'm like, well, maybe no, nothing in Humboldt Park's open.
And I hadn't been in so long. You end up popping in there every now and then,
I like the Mousetrap.
and it's good. Like, I posted a picture on Instagram. It's like every time you're drinking these beers, you're like, damn, these beers are so good.
It's a good hang, man. It is a good hang every time. And you look at that board, and there's 20 fucking beers.
Yeah.
They're all different. They're all fun. Yeah, I dig that place. Their format now, where they got the tiny 275 milliliter bottles.
Okay.
I like them, man.
I
think.
ended up doing the 10 crowns.
Dark
The
lager.
Dark Czech lager,
Okay.
which I got a small one, but then I was talking to someone. You can get the side pour. You can get it in the Czech mug and everything.
See, now we're talking.
I like can't get out of this German Czech like
It's in
thing.
you. It's in you.
They had a couple blueberry kind of beers on that Maeve had that were good. And then I ran into someone. Well, Ben was there, at the door.
Oh yeah.
Talked to him for a minute.
Hi Ben.
Yeah, and then someone was like, "Oh, Chicago Beer Pass." So I ran into a fan of the pod.
Cheers to everybody that listens to the pod, man. Yeah, I ran into a guy at Fobab who was pouring. He's like, I fuck with the pod. I'm like,
Nice.
it's cool.
All right.
Because we're kids. I'm here because I like talking to Brad. So we don't really know who the fuck's listening until they say something.
Right.
So
And then he said, we chatted for a little bit, and then he said, "Oh, I heard Great Central's closing," and I was like, "Man, I think Nick and I started that rumor." He's like, "Oh no, I heard it from someone else, maybe." So it's out there, even though Great Central was hiring people. So who knows?
I mean, if we're talking tragedies, 2023 is a year of tragedies. If that place closes,
If Great Central closed,
how in the fuck does that happen? We say it all the time. I don't understand. It seems like the perfect storm of things to thrive.
if that closes, Maplewood is in big trouble. Then they got to figure that out fast.
They'll just brew somewhere else.
Church Street, probably.
Yeah, I wish. And we could probably get it if we dig, but I feel like one of these magazines, like a national beer magazine, they were saying that Maplewood's actually selling more beer than like damn near everybody not named Rev, Goose, and Lagunitas.
Oh shit! Okay.
Like, and I'm like, well, they're certainly not doing it out of the maple room, but these beers that we know them for, their pales and their IPAs, are everywhere,
Right.
And they're good, and we know they contract brew them, so they make a lot of it. And I see it. There ain't nowhere I don't see these fucking beers. So
Who knows? Then we went to I.O. for a comedy show after some Mousetrap. The Improv Olympic right there across kitty corner
it's a strip club.
next to the strip club
Oh, okay.
is comedy.
Just tell me what's
People laughing, not crying.
Just tell me what's a strip club.
And then for some reason we went back downtown.
This is some route, man. I'm
It
sure.
was
I'm sure
poor-
who you were with had
all
fun.
poorly planned.
Is this okay? So this is day 2 of the
Yeah.
route. Okay,
Then crossed by Giants,
right on.
which I hadn't been yet.
Now that's Streeterville,
Right.
I believe.
But that was like, it's been open 3 years now.
Yeah,
Because
that
they
sounds,
opened like
sounds about right.
kind of right at the pandemic.
This is location number 4 for the Hop Leaf guys, or the hop. God, we are horrible. Do we do a beer show
Dry
or what?
hop.
Location
Dry
number 4 for the dry hop guys.
Yes, but
Right.
although the pizza one sort of closed, right?
Oh yeah, it kind of absorbed back into dry hop. There was Roebuck and dry hop, and then the best one is Corridor. And then this place, Crushed by
So-
Giants.
I hadn't been to Crushed by Giants, and they were closing. We wanted food, and they were like, "Oh, kitchen's closed," and it's like last call for beer. The beer menu is just everything that was at Corridor in the past, besides that Werewolf one, because that's like their staple. But Cosmic Juice Box, there was a lemonade shanty that was like real Slim Shady or something like that it was called. I'm like, I think that was at Corridor. These are the same people, so some of the beers are the same, but I was like, you just moved your beers over here like Cosmic Juice Box.
That was a Corridor beer.
Yeah.
And they had a guy. Well, Brant is the guy.
Yeah.
Who is He's like the brewmaster over all locations, kind of oversees all locations, but each spot has its own head brewer.
Right.
And the Cosmic Jukebox was a creation of Corridor. So this whole thing about having it at Crushed by Giants is, a little weird.
Right.
A little weird.
So we were kind of drunk and in like a hungry haze of like, so I didn't look around the space. It seems nice. It's just weird as fuck.
You gotta. It shares a space with the theater,
Right.
And it's around a bunch of major national chains, and that's why they call themselves Crushed by Giants. Because Big Bowl and AMC and the people that not Outer Blocks, but there's a bunch of national brands. So except for them, it's upstairs in the fucking movie theater place.
Right.
It used to be the old Heaven on Seven.
Yeah.
Joint.
It's nice. I think I need to go back during the day and get like a better sense of it, but it was fine. But also, I would just rather go to Corridor.
Yeah, I think in downtown Chicago, and this is kind of fucked up. I mean, what was that place? Howells and Hood. They had 100 beers on draft. They closed. Clark Street Ale House is down there. But the best places for beer might not be the breweries.
That's true.
Well, actually, there's only one brewery.
Right, side door closed. That was like right there.
Side door was nice. Actually, Timothy O'Toole's, which is open till like 3 a.m.
Oh yeah.
Timothy O'Toole's, very good spot still for beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then we need food. Shake Shack right down there at the bottom.
Yeah.
And I had grabbed a 4-pack to go, and Steak Shack at what, 10:30 on a Saturday. They don't give a fuck what's going on in there. So we opened a beer. They sell beer. So
Same thing.
had one in there and ate our burgers and made it back home.
Yeah.
So hit up a bunch of spots I hadn't been to in a while. A couple new ones, so it was cool.
Right on.
Yeah, good little romp, good little preview of I think the city for family.
Well, you went to Off Color, right?
Yeah.
And you went to a bunch of places that they probably won't get to. They definitely won't get to wherever they're at.
We'll never get to Metro
See.
again.
So.
I might not even get there again.
Could
have been my last time.
I think its space is so big that you might not even see another brewery go in there. I think the space is so big you might see it just become like some fancy residential shit or a bunch of smaller spaces.
Yeah, I think on the Metro thing, I think the brewery was too big, and they almost needed to like cut that in half, and it should be like a kitchen, maybe Soul and Smoke or Soul and Smoke, right? Maybe they have a full-on kitchen in there and take over some of that space. And I don't know. It just seems like it's too large of a brewery, right? Like the brewery just needs to exist for that space. It shouldn't even package. It should just, unless you're like Maplewood taking it over.
Yeah, when you build a space that big, you're building it to package more beer.
Right.
That's a production facility at that point.
Yeah.
So if you don't own the space and then you have a space to package more beer, and then maybe you don't package more beer, then shit becomes problematic. This all makes sense.
Yeah. So, like I said, sad to see it go. That might have been my last time. Maybe make it there one more time, but I feel like that's a good going out. Went there with family, kind of had a dunkel and call it a day kind of thing.
Yeah, John Lafleur and his partner Dave Bleitner, they started at Metro.
Gary Gully
always talks about his days at Metro. Mm-hmm. So yeah, of the places that closed, this is definitely one that sucks the most. So.
Right. I'm interested. I think it was there because there's a baby shower there, and I'm like, who are good? There's a lot of like non-beer people who come to Metro because it's the location. Are they just gonna be like one day just be like where this brewery go? Because they're not up on it of what's happening, right? Like this space that they thought existed to like come hang out in is now gone.
No, this is broken news. It's in the Block Club. It's in Sun-Times Tribune.
I guess.
It's everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Non-beer people know.
Right, because it's a really great gathering space.
Okay.
I think it's the best one. I really like hanging out at Half Acre. Half Acre ain't really got no windows.
No.
You know,
you can be outside.
They got the patio, sure. But then there's reservations for the patio and all this fancy bullshit. Like, I'd rather just go to Spiteful sometimes.
Yeah.
Metro's kind of come as you are anytime, all the time. Sit out on the water. So I personally think Metro's a little better of a space. So, I was like, but I'm trying to think, where else would you, if you were naming the three best places, the three best tap rooms in the city or brew pubs, like where would you say?
Oof, that's tough. On Tour's tap room isn't too bad.
It's nice. It's a nice space. Got the
There's like also
garage doors.
Yeah, and they also have like private glass party room
Yeah.
kind of things.
And they have this, I saw it. That's how I know it exists. They have this giant wall that separates the bar from the brew house.
Yeah.
And they'll open it and close it.
Right.
Which is pretty cool. I do like that.
Maybe District Brew Yards.
You like brew yards?
You can show up there with a big group. They got a big patio.
Modern German beer hall. 4 different breweries, maybe 5. It's a good space. Food.
Right.
Good space. Yeah. I think in the Metro's thing, Metro was actually paying like a lot less per square foot than the other clients in that building that have smaller spaces.
Oh.
So,
But Metro was there when no one else wanted to be there, when you had to get murdered to go to the tap room.
it was like these temporary lights, and there wasn't real concrete to walk on. You're walking on gravel.
Or wood
They were
planks.
literally the first tenant.
Right.
I was listening to our interview with them in 2019, and they talked about how they were concerned that the place wasn't a good place to even start a brewery. But then they hired a developer, and their developer came in there, and they kind of got the whole thing off the ground. So I think whoever owns the place and whoever developed it are probably different people, and that's who they're probably like rifters with. Oh, but yeah, that place. That place. What was I gonna say?
But without that there, when it closes on the 10th, Soul and Smoke, that's not going to do too well. You'll still have the distillery, but...
That's why I think there's going to be more tenants, right?
But that's a long...
More tenants and smaller chunks of space. That would make the most
Right,
sense.
but we wouldn't see that till end of next year, really.
Yeah, and that ain't really, honestly, because when I went Friday, when you park and you walk down that long walkway, it's kind of a long walk.
Yeah.
From the street. I'm like, nobody's really going there in January anyway. I mean, just into that location, period.
Right.
You're not if you're going to want someone to smoke, you'd probably just have it door delivered.
True.
But yeah, I think you'll see smaller tenants going to that space going forward. Like I don't think it's a turnkey thing and a brewery goes in there. I don't think.
No.
But I don't know. I'm excited to see what happens.
Right.
Because that's not far from here. That's one of the closer breweries to where both of us are. So.
Yeah. And then, did you say you made it out to Mundelein too, right?
Oh yeah, shout out to Tonality. I went up to Mundelein. So this is a brewery started by 2 guys that founded a homebrew club in Mundelein.
Oh.
And one of the guys used to be a brewer at Tighthead.
Okay.
So this brewery is like a block from Tighthead.
Oh, so did you go to Tighthead too?
No, I didn't go to Tighthead. I've been to Tighthead. No, I just went to this place. Oh yeah, so they got a full kitchen. Tonality kind of refers to them. One of the guys' name is Tony, so I'm like, Tonality is like a riff on his name.
Okay.
And they gave the reason for Tonality. Tonality actually refers to like a band of sound or something. Oh, but the place is like it's a gathering space with a ton of seating, and they want to have bands play there, and it's an old firehouse.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I think they got the space from the city for like $300,000, and then it included this old car wash. So they tore down the car wash. So the car wash now is a parking lot, and then the firehouse is this location. So, I mean, it's fun. They had 4 or 5 beers on. One was they had a red ale and a hazy and an IPA and a Pils and a Kolsch.
Okay.
Red ale was really nice. There's some about it was like
They're
a really
going up against the great red ale right next door, right?
Oh yeah, right.
Scarlet
Fire.
Right.
Yeah. So, it was nice. It was a nice time. I was glad to just check it out. That one good time. Yeah, they got 20 or so wines and a handful of bottles of liquor.
Nice.
It's a chill spot.
Speaking of Firehouse, what happened to Lake Effect?
Lake Effect was supposed to move into a firehouse in Jeff Park.
Right.
But they bought the space on Milwaukee.
I thought it was supposed to open.
Yeah, that's a building that used to be like an auto shop. So it's got, talk about places with no windows. They got no windows right now. They have one window, but it's that really thick marbled glass. You know what I'm talking about? The ones that would be like on a ground level, that really thick ice. So, But they're making beer because they drop at a beer temple all the time.
Oh,
They're making beer, but
they can't be making beer there.
yeah. Remember they had the brewery on wheels that they got from
I guess.
Sawyer, Michigan, Greenbush.
Right, but the city would have had to give them a license to brew at that space.
They're for sure brewing there because they're out of their other space,
Right.
right? Because they're brewing there.
I get that they have beer, but it just doesn't seem like they would have got the license to brew there that quickly.
No, they're for sure brewing there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the name of the beer is called Avondale, and it's like to commemorate the fact that they moved because they were in Jeff Park,
But their space isn't open.
not to the public.
But ever? Never? Or will be?
Right, like can you go there and buy beer?
Or will it be?
They don't have windows.
Then why have a space in Avondale?
I think their original dream got derailed,
Crushed
and this was
by giants.
their original plan got crushed by giants, and this was Plan B. They're across the street from a place called Magnifico Coffee Roasters.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So this is a few doors down from Avondale Bowl.
Yeah.
Avondale Bowl, I believe, is owned by the same crew that owns Sleeping Village.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Well, just made me think of it with the firehouse.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. But yeah, I haven't had a Lake Effect beer in a while.
No. Let's see. Black Friday is this weekend.
Yeah.
We got Goose Island stuff. Revs was last weekend, right?
Yeah.
So, Prop Day was yesterday.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I saw one video, and that was from Goose, so I don't know how it went.
Yeah, it's for people who want to drink them all before they come out Friday.
Yeah.
I think in your prop day kit you get backyard, a bananas Foster, and 2 props.
Okay.
So if you're at prop day, it would make sense to drink the Angel's Envy and the Eagle Rare because those are not in your kit. Yeah.
So those are the ones to probably get,
Well, they're the 2-year reserve, so there's less quantities.
or you wait 6 months and get it on sale.
At prop day, I think you could buy double barrel too.
Oh, okay.
You could buy double barrel. You could buy Angel's Envy. You could buy Eagle Rare. Yeah. Eagle Rare, not Eagle Rare, but double barrel from a few years ago, 4 years ago. If you went to Clybourne and bought that beer, it was $80.
Shit.
If you bought it that day, I think it was like 40. Yeah.
I do think with Black Friday happening and Goose Clybourne closing, that's a great reason to go to Goose Clybourne.
Well, they'll do the tastings.
Yeah.
At Clybourne.
So I would, if you're looking for a place to go Thanksgiving weekend, go to Clybourne.
Yeah, it's gonna be and then the flagship Benny's is across the street. And that's probably gonna be the wildest of the Black Friday releases, because that's where Ground Zero
Sure.
was. That one.
Do you think people camp out for it still?
Yep.
You do?
Yeah. I think it's relevant in some circles. I think if you're from out of town, you don't get prop up there, and there's a mystique about Goose. Like if you're from Michigan, you know, what is Bell's Expedition Stout is what you got up there, right? What else you got going on up there? If you're from Michigan, you're coming down and you're probably camping out, you know.
You're still messing with Founders. Got that up there.
And I think they make so much of it. You see Founders all year long. The KBS, I kind of hoard that out. There's like KBS variants on the shelf all year, you know. So yeah, I think it's relevant in some circles, yeah. And then the Angel's Envy does pour special.
Okay.
Yeah.
So check that out. Anything else before we get out of here?
I think that's it, man.
Yeah. Cheers to, all the spot. I don't know. Just talking about these places closing is a little sad. Not surprising. We had like so many breweries opening constantly, but it just shows that you have to be much smaller of a brewery, I think, and focus on your like neighborhood. Like the Metro closing and even Goose just going into a concert venue. Like Clybourne wasn't really working.
They don't own Salt Shed either. They don't own that space. They're gonna lease it because it's easier to just build it out. And they didn't own Clybourne. And I think the Salt Shed's gonna be like 300 seats, something like that. Like not a very big thing, but It's just on the river, across the street from the where the casino's going to be. The city is sounds like the city's building a bridge to get people directly over there, and then they're the official brewery of a concert venue that can hold 10,000 people.
Start fucking
Indoor
Elston
and
bus
outdoor.
line.
Yeah.
Next
And what are you
year.
doing about parking? You and I talked about parking because right now, like I went to CRTJ and the parking, I had to park by the pop-up pumpkin patch thing.
Right, people park all the way by Whole Foods and walk over.
You gotta fix that parking thing. And it sounds like I was at one of your parties and the guys were saying somebody was saying they don't own Salt Shed doesn't own the vacant lot across the street from Salt
Right.
Shed. So right now when you go there, it's weird as parking, but it's not. It's valet parking only, or it's closed only for venue employees.
Okay. And it's just a mess now if you're not even going to Schultz Shed to get over there, like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from around 5 till 10 o'clock. It's just like a disaster.
It's a fantastic concept. The bridge will make it cool, but this is all warm weather stuff. Walking across the bridge,
Right.
You gotta fix this parking. You gotta fix the fucking parking.
Right. And then there's that logistics center opening right there.
Is that what that giant thing is off the expressway and Division?
So you're going to have delivery trucks and semis coming in and out of there.
What the fuck is up with this parking? Because it's like there's a concert in January I want to go to, and I'm like, man, even if I'm not going there in the winter, there ain't no way how the hell I'm gonna get there. I gotta walk like 3 blocks.
Right. You'd have to take Uber, which gets you there. Not getting home.
So yeah, that is a gap. But but I think what you're saying, and I agree with you. Salt Shed has a smaller space than Clyburn.
Okay.
It's gonna be smaller. Yeah.
And I think it probably makes more sense for Goose. And it just seems like where a lot of the stuff is headed, even with like Burning Bush expanding. Maybe it's just to brew more beer, but you can stay small and kind of make it. Look at Dovetail, Beguile, Spiteful even. Just be small, nimble.
Like Jack.
All right.
Like Jack B.
Let's get out of here. We're going to do some Deep Woods on the next episode, probably after Thanksgiving. So have a good holiday. Take care.
Cheers.